Hey, dudes and dudesses! Drumbone here, your intrepid reporter, coming to you live. Well, maybe not live, but in tune with your bio-connected wavelength. Let's talk British Petroleum and viscosity. Can you dig? Dr. Gianluigi Zangari is one of those scientists with credentials as long as Tony Hayward's tax deductions. He works at the Viscotti National Laboratories in Italy. And guess what he's been following? The loop current in the Gulf of Mexico. And guess what? The loop current has stalled as a consequence of the British Petroleum oil spill disaster. Oh joy, another day in our living hell. The loop current stall is showing signs that the stall is spreading to the Gulf Stream. Isn't science fun? The loop current is the main engine of the Gulf Stream. The Gulf Stream moves warm water from below the equator along the Atlantic coast of the United States and into the North Atlantic circulation stream. This is why the east coast of the United States, as well as Britain and Europe, have temperate climates. Without this flow, things get a lot colder. Now, just how did Dr. Gianluigi Zangari figure this out? Well, when you go off to work every day, so does Zangari. And for the past 10 years, he has been daily monitoring the real-time data in climate research from satellite feeds. He keeps check on surface heights, velocity, temperature, and chlorophyll infrared emission maps of the Gulf Stream. And shortly after the Deepwater Horizon well explosion on April 20th, 2010, there was a rapid turn of events in the Gulf's loop current. And by July 28, 2010, the loop current stalled. The part that is scary is that this current has been operating for hundreds of thousands of years. And now we have no idea if it can reorganize itself, because now we are dealing with troubling unknowns, according to Dr. Zangari. Now, all of Zangari's work can be checked out by anyone who wishes to do so, unlike BP's smokescreen of information and the U.S. government's lack of transparency. So, your intrepid reporter has decided to search out an Italian scientist who speaks my language. Simple. And yes, I had to fly to Italy to conduct the interview. But hey, somebody has to do this for you. Buongiorno, Dr. Caterina Quattro Formaggi. Thank you for taking time from your busy schedule to speak to us.
Prego, signore Drumbone. È un piacere. It is a pleasure. I am molto contento to speak on these things.
Dr. Caterina Quattro Formaggi is the foremost research scientist on viscosity and has agreed to speak with us and explain in simple terms why the loop current has stalled. Dr. Zangari has shown in his extensive research that the loop current has stalled, and the stalling is starting to affect the Gulf Stream.
È vero, signore Drumbone. It is true. Il dottore Zangari has shown this thing. È un bel ragazzo lui.
Can you explain this in simple terms?
Come si dice in inglese, how do you say in English? We're fucked, no?
Could you explain this in simple terms with a bit more detail?
Sì, certo. Millions of gallons of core exit and oil dispersant have been dumped into the Gulf of Mexico to break up the oil slick. It's good for picture taking, no? To fool the public, diciamo. But what really it does is spread the oil from the surface through the water column.
So, you are saying that core exit makes the viscosity of the water thicker and thus more resistant to flow.
Esattamente, sì. What is happening in the Gulf is much like what happens when you shake a bottle of oil and vinegar salad dressing. If you leave the bottle on the shelf for a while, the oil and vinegar will naturally separate, each with its own unique viscosity. When the bottle is shaken and the two are mixed, a new and thicker viscosity is created.
Many people are going to say, this is a Gulf problem. What does this have to do with my life?
Once the Gulf Stream is interrupted, the environmental impact becomes worldwide. As Dottore Zangari told me, there is no historical precedent for the sudden replacement of a natural system with a dysfunctional man-made system, with the exception of the atomic bomb and its contamination. Your Presidente Obama has said that you will do everything humanly possible to clean up this mess. And Tony Hayward has said that British Petroleum will pay for all costs for the cleanup. But this is all meaningless. Tutto quello è vano. As we say in Italian, è stupidaggine, is bullshit. This may come as a surprise to Americans, but in this catastrophe, money and determination may have little influence on correcting the destruction of a major natural system. Come si dice in italiano, la mamma natura parla la ultima parola. Mother Nature speaks the last word.